your host, Bobby the Brain.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Prime Time Wrestling, where we feature the superstars of the World Wrestling Federation. And of course, this week, no exception, Brain. Let me just bring the folks up to date a little bit. You've yet to come out with any straight information for us. You told us last week that it was your anniversary of you being on
It's
this.
next week.
You're right. But you said last week that it was last week.
So I'm trying to get
two
two
gifts. And I had
gifts.
a surprise prepared for this week. But I did my homework, and it's not till next week, so you're going to have to wait.
I don't want any surprise from you.
Well, you're going to get it anyway.
Just cash. Cash is fine.
Cash is fine.
You
what do you
won't
think of
offend me
the
with cash.
six-man tag team elimination we're featuring this week?
Well, with Savage, Adonis, and Hercules, my man, against Hulk Hogan, Billy Jerk Haynes, and the retired Billy Jack, Jerk Jack, and the retired Roddy Piper, you're going to see something here. I'm also waiting for a phone call from Randy Macho Man Savage. He has a message he wants to give to me.
I'm sure he's got a lot of messages.
To give to Mr. Steamboat. But
is he unemployed or what?
Oh, no. He's around. He's lurking.
Sure he is.
He wants his title back. But the big news is I have another segment.
Oh,
Fuji and Morocco go to Hollywood.
Go to Hollywood. I'd like to tell you where they could go. That thing last week was enough to make you vomit.
Oh, that's just the way you must have had some bad Chinese food.
Yeah, I didn't have any Chinese food.
That's
why.
what
the problem
your
was.
Tummy hurt.
We certainly have a whole lot of interesting things going on here this week on Primetime Wrestling, in addition to Fuji and Morocco going to Hollywood. In fact, our opener, Honky Tonk Man himself, takes on George the Animal Steel, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Let's go to ringside. Goes bananas?
Let's go to ringside.
The opponent for the Honky Tonk Man is from Detroit, Michigan. He weighs 288 pounds. George the Animal Steel.
I'll say one thing, Bruno Sammartino. I don't like the tactics of George the Animal Steel in that ring.
Well, do you like the tactics of Honky Tonk Man running out there being like a coward? Look at him.
Like a coward, the bell hasn't rang. George the Animal abides by no rules in that ring, and why should he be held special?
That's George the Animal Steel.
Oh, so we make exceptions for him, right?
Well, we know that that's his tactics. Now, look at this. Look at the Honky Tonk Man go here. But that's not going to intimidate George the Animal Steel. Not that wiggling.
Oh, definitely won't. George doesn't have enough brains to be intimidated. That's the wrong way to go about George taking on George Steel.
Well, we'll see how the Honky Tonk Man is going to try to deal with the likes of George Steel.
You know what I would do, Bruno, if I was in there?
What's that?
I would bring like a rubber duck or something to distract this guy.
Rubber duck,
and set it in the corner because he'd get totally infatuated with it, and then you could nail him and pin him.
Easier said than done. When you're talking about George Steel, you're not talking about an easy pin. There's a big 300-pound powerful man. Look at this, look at this. Look at Honky Tonk run, Jesse. Look at him.
Well, why not?
What do you mean, why not? Stand up to the man. Meet him head on.
Wait a minute. In football, when a quarterback runs out of bounds and doesn't take a hit, they call that intelligent.
Well,
the same thing applies here. Honky Tonk's waiting for his opening. If he doesn't want to match up strength with this guy, he shouldn't. You know this, Bruno. You want to dictate the match to your ability.
Of course, but you're not going to run every time the man comes at you. So far, that's what Honky Tonk Man's doing. Steel comes at him and he runs.
Steel could use a haircut. He needs to see the barber and get his back shaved.
Well, he's got his winter coat on. There we go again. Look at that. There goes the Honky Tonk Man running again.
And now you see Steel, the dummy he is going to fall for this, I believe.
Didn't work, did it?
It didn't work that time, but it may next time.
We'll see.
Come on, Honky, you got it, baby.
You know, the thing I don't like about a George Steel match is this guy doesn't know one wrestling hold.
Oh, I would take issue with you on that. I've seen him use some wrestling holds, but he doesn't have to. He's a very big, powerful guy, and he's got a style all of his own. He intimidates an opponent, and he's very successful. You've said yourself many a time what counts is the final results.
Well, that's true. That's true. There it worked. And he's tied up in the ropes. I knew that the Honky Tonk was going to outsmart that dummy Steel. Well, sure enough, he did.
They tried the first time and failed. I got to admit, they did work the second time. But look at this now. Cheap shots from outside the ring.
No such thing as a cheap shot.
Well, Steel's got those legs hooked up. He can't get loose.
And the referee is working against George Steele because all of his weight are holding those ropes together.
He's a very confident Honky Tonk man right now. Look at him. Wow, here comes the animal. Coming back in the ring. He looks angry.
Now Honky Tonk made a mistake there. Whoa.
A little power move, Jesse.
Hey, I've never denied that Animal Steel is not strong. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, look at this. He's after Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart's in trouble.
What happened?
Did I hear the bell ring? For what?
Did they count the Animal Steel outside the ring?
Well, what might have happened is while Jimmy Hart was distracting Steel, Honky Tonk Man must have come in. Came in the back door and beat the count out. But let's see.
The winner of this bout, as a result of a countout, the Honky Tonk Man.
He outsmarted him.
Well,
But really, that's not saying much for the Honky Tonk. You know.
well, to me, that's a cheap way trying to get a win over George Steele.
Hey,
He is his manager.
You just got through, Bruno, telling me that they're wins, that a win's a win.
No, I said that. I was quoting you. I don't necessarily agree with that.
Honky Tonk Man got lucky, Brain. Got
Well, yeah.
real lucky.
When you beat a man like George the Animal
He
Steele,
didn't beat George Animal Steel, really.
he didn't beat him?
No, George just got preoccupied.
Oh, well, if he has that kind of intelligence, he doesn't belong in professional wrestling.
Well, it's guys like you. It's managers like you and that other piece of garbage, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, that antagonize guys from outside the ring that cause...
But he's aware that we're out there, isn't he?
Sure,
Then
of
he should
course
be
he's
smart
aware.
enough to handle that situation.
No, the
man
situation needs to
is
be
a
handled in
dummy.
a different way.
George, well, I would talk to George Steele. He's not watching. He doesn't own a TV set. He was at the zoo or a cage. But he's a dummy.
That's where we find a lot of your folks, and the fast food places, too.
You referring to Bundy?
Yeah, absolutely. The king of the fast food places.
No, the king doesn't go to fast food places. Oh, wait a minute, now you've got me confused. Who are you talking
You
about?
certainly
now?
are confused. You'll be confused a lot more before we're over this week here. Well, we're back, folks. It's a special part of our program where we deal with interesting things going on in the World Wrestling Federation. And one guy that's really bent out of shape, Brain, you know who I'm talking about, Brudai. He's really upset.
Why is he upset?
Why is he upset? You know what went down. You were there. You saw it.
Because Johnny V gave him his walking papers?
Well, you know, those things, if you're a member of a team, you're a member of a team. This guy did everything he was supposed
The
to
man's
do.
been put on waivers as far as I'm concerned.
Right now, let's go to Greg
Free
DeGeorge,
agent.
our special update with
Don't wanna
Brutus
pick him up,
Beefcake.
though.
Please.
It's over.
Here's an update with Greg DeGeorge.
Hello again, everyone. You know, there are certain people we know who constantly look at the bright side. When everything appears to be crumbling, they manage to find it out. And perhaps this could be the case with Brutus Beefcake. You recall his manager, Johnny V, dumping him from the Dream Team, then bringing in Dino Bravo. Then, of course, he has his hair chopped off by partner Adrian Adonis, who paid for that in WrestleMania 3. All just part of Beefcake's revenge.
The thing is, you got exactly what you deserved, Adonis. You walking waste disposal unit. And as for the new Dream Team, Bravo and Valentine, with Johnny V, you know, I'm more than enough man to step in there with one of you, with two of you, or with three of you, no matter what. I can take the pounding, I can take the beating, I can be more of a man and stand on my own 2 feet. I'm not on the outside looking in, I'm on the inside, and I'm looking straight into your eyes, new dream team, and see how you like the new Beefcake.
All right, the new Beefcake lashing back. Now, you wonder if the walking waste disposal, as Beefcake calls Adonis, will now be put back on the offensive. Also, some mighty words for the new Dream Team, a challenge issued, and we'll see if Johnny V will accept. With Update, I'm Craig DeGeorge.
Well, it doesn't surprise me, Brain. You know, Bruce Beefcake, tremendous wrestler in his own right, and the Dream Team, I don't think was right for him, really.
Well, he's more of an individual.
Absolutely. That's what I was.
He couldn't stand to be managed by anybody. There's some people that can be managed.
I couldn't stand to be managed by a guy like Johnny V either.
And I couldn't stand to manage you.
Oh, you would never get that opportunity.
Oh, your career would have blossomed if I'd have been behind you.
Yeah, like somebody else I know, namely an individual called Ken Patera. You really did things for his career, didn't you?
Let's get on to another match.
No, in fact, it is time in the program to go to Ken Patera's story, our part 3.
I've got things to do.
No, you're going to stay right here. You're going to watch it. You're going to listen to it because it's going to tell the truth about what happened to Ken Patera.
I can tell you the
and
truth.
how much of a part you played in it.
I had nothing to do.
You're the guy that they should have put away, not Ken Patera.
Put me away?
Absolutely.
No, wait a minute now.
And before it's all over, that could very well happen.
Hey.
Let's go right now.
No, you got it wrong.
Ken Patera story part 3.
Listen.
Last week, we showed you how Olympic athlete hero Ken Patera fell under the influence of Bobby the Brain Heenan. But the true tragedy began innocently enough, late on a snowy night in Waukesha, Wisconsin, when a hungry Ken Patera went to a fast food restaurant after a grueling match. According to newspaper reports, Ken Patera was denied service, told that the restaurant was closed for the night. It is alleged that Ken Patera and a co-defendant threw a rock through the restaurant window, resulting in a call to the police. The police arrived at Ken Patera's motel, and a melee ensued between a number of local police, Ken Patera, and a co-defendant. Patera was arrested and charged with the felony. He went to trial and was found guilty. In these days of rapists, kidnappers, and murderers, plea bargaining for a fraction of their sentences, or even getting off scot-free, Patera was sentenced to 2 years in prison. There were many who felt that a first-time offender, a man who represented his country in international competition, should not have received such a harsh sentence. Who's to blame? The judicial system? Society? Or does Ken Patera bear the full brunt on his own wide shoulders? And what was it like for a man in the prime of his career to spend 2 long, hard years in prison? Let Ken Patera tell you.
I accept full responsibility for my actions. Nobody's above the law. Nobody knows that better than Ken Patera. I accept full blame for it. I should have never listened to people like Bobby Heenan, somebody that creates a problem and just walks away. When I was down, I need moral support. There was no phone calls, no letters, no visits. You completely abandoned me, Bobby. What was it like sitting in jail, being in prison? The disgrace I brought upon my loved ones, my family, my friends, the disgrace I brought up myself. I hope to make it right by ridding the world of people like you, Bobby Heenan. I paid for my mistake, and I will be coming back.
Obviously, a vendetta by Ken Patera, one of the most powerful men in the entire world. And he's going to be on your case, Mr. Heenan, because you're the one responsible, directly or indirectly, for what happened for 2 years out of the life of Ken Patera. I hold you directly responsible.
Don't you or anybody else hold me responsible for one darn thing. He got into the trouble he got into because he was an amateur and he is a loudmouth punk. I had him booked in that town and I wasn't even in the town. I had nothing to do with him. I can't be a watchdog, a babysitter. I can't diaper him, hold his hand and order fast food for the man. If he is denied service, it's because he did something they didn't want him in there for or they were closed. Don't blame it on me, Patera. You disgrace your family, you disgrace yourself, and you disgrace professional wrestling because you're nothing more than a loudmouth Tonk. Don't hang nothing on me, pal. You did time because you deserve to do time. You're not going to rid the world of me.
I'm holding you directly.
Don't anybody hold me. And I don't want to see any more
We'll be
Ken
back
Patera
right after
garbage.
this.
I don't care what you hold me responsible
I don't care
for.
what you think about what I think.
There's no way I can be held responsible for that. I wasn't in the town when that happened. I booked him there. I wasn't at the fast food place.
You were his manager when
but I'm not a babysitter. I don't diaper him. I don't wipe his nose.
Well,
he's a grown man.
You got to assume some kind of responsibility as a manager.
Nothing. If I have to bring my attorneys here, and
well,
that's
maybe
no
you'll
garbage,
just have to do
because
that.
damn it, I'm not going to take responsibility for something that loudmouth did. You can't control
right
yourself,
now, let's go
pal.
to ringside
You
with
don't belong
Outback
in
Jack
society.
against the Raider.
Don't get
Let's
on
go
my
down to
case.
ringside.
We're going to find out what he can do inside the squared circle in just a moment or two here. The opposition, the Raider. What do you know about the Raider?
Al Davis owns them, and they play in Los Angeles.
No, not the Raider. It's the Raider. The opponent for Outback Jack.
He's an aggressive guy. Look at it.
He certainly is.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, exchanging blows here. A couple of right hands by Outback. Slowed the Raider down. Irish whip in. Elbow caught him right underneath the chin. Outback Jack, a powerhouse. Slam, dropped him like a bad habit, down for the cover. Both hands out of there, snuck out the back door, the Raider did. Oh, he went right underneath the chin with that one, and another one. Well, Outback's showing me something. He's not going to take any guff from anybody here.
Well, those Aussies are known to be pretty frisky. I remember a girl named Valerie.
Please.
No, it's another story.
Snapmare by the Raider. Got the big guy in a little bit of trouble here. Oh, what a chop. They might have heard that one in New Zealand.
Or Humpty-Doo.
Oh, Humpty-Doo. Another one. Going upstairs, going downstairs. A block there. Well, a little retaliation here on the part of Outback. Side headlock, but he got rid of him. Drop down. Oh, look out. What was that? Some kind of a kangaroo action there.
What's that? Boomerang him now? What's he going to do?
Boomerang coming up. Oh, right in the back of the neck.
What
drove his head down into the mat.
What a cheap shot.
Goodbye.
I'll tell you what. You better keep an eye on this. You're making fun of this guy, Outback Jack. This guy could be creating a lot of problems for you and some of the guys in your family. I'm sorry. You're upset, right? Because Ken Patera's got you bent out of shape. The Ken Patera story is getting to you because the truth is finally. Listen, I've been around this business a long time, my friend. I was around when Ken Patera first came here to the World Wrestling Federation. I was the one that was directly put out of professional wrestling by Ken Patera. I retired because of Ken Patera. That's one of the main reasons. I know what Ken Patera was like when he first came here, what happened to him when he got involved with you, and now what's going to happen to him. And you're the one that's going to pay for it all, my friend or my enemy. Sometimes I don't know which you are. I think you're my enemy all the time, and sometimes you try to convince me that you're my friend like you did to Ken Patera. Not a phone call, a message, nothing.
Let me tell you why.
Koko B.
Let me tell you why. Now, wait a minute.
One of the most exciting, one of the most electrifying men in the World Wrestling Federation. You know who I'm talking about. Bring him in right now. He is none other than the Birdman, Koko B. Ware, with Frankie, and Frankie a little wild this week.
I'm telling you, brother, Frank is not the only one that's a little wild. The Birdman, Koko B. Ware's a little wild because I feel so good, brother, because I got Danny Davis, brother. I'm going to do the Bulldogs a favor because you see, Danny Davis, when he was a referee, brother, he was a no good scoundbooger. He would cheat all kind of ways, brother. But now, Danny Davis, brother, you're going to have to come on, and you're going to have to go for what you know, brother, because, brother, I walk down the bad street. Now we're going to see how tough you are, Danny Davis. You want to be a wrestler, brother, where you stepping in the ring with the Birdman, brother, and you better be in the best shape of your life.
Wait a minute, Koko.
Yeah.
I am going to caution you, Frankie, take it easy. I'm going to caution you, Koko, that now Danny Davis is with the Hart Foundation. You know, the World Wrestling Federation, when he was a referee, terminated him. They fired him for for incompetence. He is now picking up on all of the questionable tactics of the Hart Foundation, and that's something you're going to have to deal with.
Well, I'm going to tell you one thing. I have a whole lot of respect for the Hart Foundation because they are the world's champion, and you got to give them credit, brother, because they are the world's champion right here in the World Wrestling Federation. And Danny Davis, you are nobody, brother, so you can hide, you can run, but Danny Davis, brother, when it's all said and done, brother, I'm still going to put the bird all over you.
Can't help but get excited about a guy like Koko B, where he just generates excitement wherever he goes, whatever he does, unlike some other individuals I can think of. Going to take a look now at another exciting individual, one B. Brian Blair, one half of the Killer Bees, who are looking for some competition, which you really can't deliver at this particular point in time. You having a problem with the guys in your stable? I have family?
No, I'm having a problem with the guy sitting next to me.
Oh, well. There isn't a whole lot you can do about that.
Oh, there isn't?
Let's go as we join in progress. B. Brian Blair in action. A couple of the other Moondogs have been very conspicuous by their absence, Gene.
Where are they?
Lord, don't even look at that knee right into the sternum. Ducks under. Look out, atomic drop. Oh, a beauty.
Oh, my. Oh, look at that. Moondog spot gets his hat.
Well, he's heading for the kennel.
Exit, stage right. Boy, he doesn't want another one of those right away.
Not in the near future, anyway. Boy, they are tough on you. Just makes your whole back go numb, spine tingling.
Oh, look at that beautiful
nice series of maneuvers there.
Beautiful scientific working knowledge that B. Brian Blair has of this great sport. Fantastic amateur at both the high school and the collegiate level. And you can really tell it, too.
Certainly shows when you've got that ability.
Oh, there's an elbow to the chops.
Oh, scooped him up. High slam.
Watch out.
Drove. He hit the mat with such force that B. Brian just folded up and jumped straight up into the air of the ring. Look at him now.
He is begging for mercy. Blair has really dished out a sizable amount of punishment here the last couple of minutes to Moondog spot.
Well, Blair looked like Brunzell there. He was flying in the air, but that was from the momentum. The ring shot him straight up in the air. Oh, beautiful fireman's carry from the left-hand side, no less.
A basic move in the amateur ranks. And, of course, you can put that to good use here in the World Wrestling Federation at the ultimate of the professional level.
You can put almost every basic move there is. Every fundamental move in amateur wrestling can be applied to professional wrestling. And B. Brian Blair knows quite a few of them.
Oh, watch that.
Headbutt right into the lower abdomen.
Referee's got to take control.
Brian with the reversal. Nicely done. Whoa, Spotty in there. Heartbeat.
Back body drop, and that's got to take its toll. Ooh.
Elbow right. He hooked the leg. 2 count. No, he couldn't get him.
Boy, I'll tell you, Blair is just so fundamentally sound. It's just unbelievable.
There's certainly going to be a team to make other people stop and think here in the World Wrestling Federation. These two guys coming along, and they've got only one thing in mind. Their sights set on one thing, and that's a tag team championship.
Just one. That's it. You're going to set your goals. Let's set them for the ultimate.
That's it. That's the only reason they're here. Top talent in all of professional wrestling congregates here in the Mecca, here in the World Wrestling Federation. Why, Gene?
Because this is where it's at. There is nothing beyond this. You know, I'm really impressed.
It's the Rolls Royce of professional wrestling.
This is it.
Oh, look at this nice maneuver. Hammerlock with a hook under the crotch.
Anything else and you're just camping out. What did you just say?
It was a beautiful maneuver. He had a crotch, deep crotch on him, and a hammerlock, which is a pinning combination.
That's what I thought you said.
Going to work on that left arm and forearm. Wow.
Blair really showing me something. He can roughhouse it also with the best of them.
Reverse half Nelson now and still got that hammerlock.
But wait, I believe a partial bridge to the part of the Moondog.
Well, that's another pinning combination right out of the amateur ranks right there. Brian's got to settle back and drive that chin right into the sternum. He doesn't have the weight leverage on him properly. Only because Spotty is so thick. Well, that'll get that belly down.
That's...
Oh, look at a handful of tights.
That's one way of doing her. Elbow a couple of times to that abdominal region, and Spotty's going to think twice. He's not going to roll over, though.
No, absolutely not. It wasn't one of the things he was taught to do, roll over. Reversal now by Spot.
As a Moondog.
As a Moondog, yes. Want to make sure that fans know that Spotty was the runt of the litter. Can you imagine what the rest of these guys look like? Right over the top. Beautiful maneuver by Brian. Comes up. Nice shoulder block. Look at this guy fly through the air. Nice leapfrog. Oh, got caught with a knee. Spotty caught him coming in. Full force.
Did you see those two men moving at full speed? What a collision. Unfortunately for B. Brian Blair, Spotty greeted him with a knee, and a big one.
Caught him right underneath the chin and really knocked him right into the middle of next week.
Resounding.
Look out, clothesline off the top. Wow.
Now that's going to take its toll, and being a capitalist that he is, Spotty knows how to take advantage of a situation like this.
Spotty off the second turnbuckle on the inside with a forearm to the neck, down for the cover. 1-2. No, he couldn't get him.
Was that close?
Close, but no cigar.
Only in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Absolutely. Brian trying to shake out the cobwebs as the Moondog is unleashing some heavy artillery on him. Wham into that top turnbuckle. Moondog Spot looking for an impressive victory here over one half of the Killer Bees. Right hand woke him up. And another.
Where does Blair get it from?
Look out, reverse atomic drop. Perfectly legal hold.
I don't know what the referee is
I haven't a clue.
arguing with Moondog Spot. He did everything within the bounds of the rules. I wouldn't say that it's in good taste in terms of sportsmanship, but nonetheless it works. You got to do it.
Hey, it's perfectly legal hold. It's a reverse atomic drop. It applied beautifully. Chin lock now. Referee checking under there to make sure that that forearm doesn't slip underneath the chin and turn it into a choke.
Uh-oh, Blair.
Well, I probably would have
out.
done the same thing, Green. Well, you're looking at a 50, 60-pound weight differential here. You do whatever you have to do. The bee will be buzzing very shortly. You can go to the bank with that.
I'll tell you, this guy is in primo condition. He's in great shape.
Sometimes these capacity crowds like we have this week here at the Cap Center can do things, though, even though when you're in shape, Gene. I know when I was in the ring, I considered myself to be in pretty good shape quite a number of years, and there's nights where the tank was empty in a hurry.
Blow up and blow out.
Huh. Brian trying to power out into a standing wrist lock. Look out. Elbow.
Huh, what a left. An exchange of blows by these two men into the ropes. Duck. Oh!
High cross body. Hooks him out. 1-2 now. And Brian still in control. Picks him up from the hold up. 1-2 count now.
Well, look at these two guys go at it. Seesaw back and forth in front of a capacity crowd from the Cap Center this week in the World Wrestling Federation. One fall, 20-minute time limit.
What a matchup. Landover, Maryland, the location. Capital Center indeed. B. Brian Blair, one half of the Killer Bees, looking to put away one half of the Moondogs in one Spotty. Not an easy task, Brain. Put away. Oh, you're upset. We're not going to get much more this week out of him, but we'll be right back with the conclusion of this match in just a moment. B. Brian Blair looking to see what it takes to put away Moondog Spot. You know, if you don't want to stay, if you want to go somewhere and do something or get in touch with your lawyer or whatever you want to do, feel free.
The last thing you want is me to get in touch with my lawyer.
You know, just go ahead and do it. Let's go back to the ringside, folks.
Spot against B. Brian Blair.
Obviously, B. Brian had to step into some kind of a crack in that ring, Gene, because he picked him up with tremendous force and then fell backwards with him. He lost his footing there somewhere. And
well,
right now,
you're playing with a pretty good sized horse there, I might add.
300 pounds plus, but boy, he jerked him up there like it was yesterday's garbage. And then as he took one little step backwards, he went down.
Remember, those are not dead weights.
Absolutely not. The guy's got kicking and screaming up there and clawing for everything he can get his hands on. Spotty maintaining control right now.
I'll tell you what, though, this crowd is getting on his case. No doubt about it. B. Brian Blair.
Crowd can start that adrenaline flowing for you, Gene.
Could he ever? He's got the popularity advantage.
Powering out again. That's twice he's done that well.
There's hair, though. Referee was way out of position. He didn't get a chance to eyeball that. But give Spot credit. He buffered himself from the referee.
You want to break the rules, you best know how to do them, and he certainly does. And the World Wrestling Federation invades the Capitol Center this week to a capacity crowd on hand.
As it is invading virtually every major arena in the United States, Canada, literally around the world.
Well, you ought to be able to tell us, Gene, because you go everywhere. You're nonstop with the action. Wherever the World Wrestling Federation is, Gene Okerlund is there.
A little monsoon, I thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Of course, it doesn't give you a whole lot of time to be with your family, does it, Gene?
No, it doesn't. Well, listen to this crowd erupt here. They're coming to life. And that just may be the encouragement that B. Brian Blair needs to counter with the muscle.
He needs something here.
Of the Moondog.
He's getting that carotid artery squeezed out there, cutting that flow of blood to the brain. That'll make the lights go out for you in a hurry.
Boy, Blair just keeps rocking, you know. I don't know, maybe he's...
Look at the leverage Spotty's using here to keep him down on the canvas.
Boy, these two men
He's really not trying to get him on his back, Gene. He's just pressuring him here.
Probably will rethink that if this particular match does not go his way.
Well, Brian put the head right underneath the chin. And Spotty got the worst of that one. Some of our ringsiders wanting B. Brian to get it together here, and he's going to look at him.
Hook to the midsection. There's the right and the left.
Wow, got stopped right away.
He left. Oh, look at this exchange. Oh, look at that. Look at those roundhouses.
Well, Brian's shots are crisp. Spotty's are not. Moondog now winning in. Look out, the B sting close line. Those arms were fluttering. That B was moving.
Oh, set me free.
Oh, the forehead. And another beautiful elbow drop down for the cover. 1-2. No, he's into the tights.
No.
Brian now sends Spotty off. Oh, look at that B maneuver.
I have not seen that in my life, but I've been around this sport for a decade and a half, covering the action. Have you?
Both men, no, but definitely not. Gene down on the concrete now. Wow, count went out there quick. Look at Spotty backing up.
I don't blame him. But Blair really handed it out. He's not going to quit now either. Or was that the beard?
He got a handful of whiskers. Spotty now, short run into the corner. No. B. Brian coming in full force. Spot just moved out of the way. Split second timing. Look down reversal. Spotty face first into the turnbuckle. Went down hard. B. Brian going to the outside.
Watch this.
Brian perched on the top turnbuckle. There's the bee sting. Nice sunset flip. Got him over.
How impressive.
B. Brian Blair, most impressive victory here this week. Let's get the official word.
The winner of this bout, B. Brian Blair.
How about that move, Gorilla Monsoon? That was absolutely sensational.
A big bee sting. Let's take a look at it off the top turnbuckle. Look at that one wing going to shape. There goes the other one. Look at the height on that beautiful sunset flip from the top turnbuckle.
He's breaking him over right now.
Look at how he hooks the legs.
Perfect. That is perfect execution. B. Brian Blair getting the newcomer Moondog spot this week here in the World Wrestling Federation. Something else.
B. Brian Blair, one of the most outstanding athletes in the world of professional sports today, and that's what beat Moondog's spot. Conditioning, really. Don't you think so? Oh, you didn't even watch the match. What do you care? You're so
if I'm going to
wrapped up in
continue on being
Yes.
host out here, then I'm going to demand to be treated that way. I don't want you to run up pieces of garbage, pieces of film, whenever you feel like it, and insult me. If I have to be here to carry this program and help you out as a host for professional wrestling, then I will do that.
I don't have to run pieces of footage to insult you. I can insult you without running any footage. I know what your past record is, and so does everyone else out there. It speaks for itself. You're a devious individual. Sometimes you can be very likable, but so are snakes and other dangerous things. Very likable things, but
You ever got the people over there shaking their
very
heads?
dangerous. Yeah, they agree. They know what kind of an individual you are. We're going to go to 3 other very sordid individuals right now, talking about the Hart Foundation and their
weren't
latest
shaking your head.
acquisition,
Nah.
Danny Davis. Let's go to Gene.
All right, Jimmy, mouth of the South Hart. Proud as punch for the last couple of months. Jimmy now manages the Hart Foundation, the World Tag Team Champions. But you've done more than that. You've added to that very distinguished group. The latest addition being former World Wrestling Federation referee Danny Davis. As you know, he was ixnayed by the World Wrestling Federation. I'll bring this guy in when I want to. What do you just come up out of left field? I can't believe it.
He does what he wants to do because he's a member of the Hart Foundation. First of all, I want you to eat a little crow. I told you 1 year ago that the Hart Foundation become the next world champions, did I not?
You told me that. As a matter of fact, you made that prediction, that prognostication. I didn't think I'd see the day, but it happened. But the way that it happened is another story yet, Jimmy Hart.
Why don't you tell your side of it?
Well,
What are you trying to say that we didn't have the ability?
What are you trying to insinnuate?
You know what I'm trying to say.
Well, spit it out!
This man was in your. No, he
Spit
wasn't
it
in your
out.
corner.
Come on, say
he
it,
was
say
the
it, say it.
referee.
Look at him sweat.
Where's
Look
Shep?
at him sweat.
He was the referee? Yeah. What?
And what
He
happened?
was the referee. You know
What happened? The
These
Bulldogs were
people-
defeated. Right in the middle of the ring, fair and square, on national TV.
There you go!
Simple as
I
that.
get it!
Tell him.
Right from the horse's mouth!
You know, everybody talks. Everybody talks about the bad things that this guy does. Does anybody think about the good things that this guy's done for everybody?
What's he done that's good?
He's done
He
what?
works with the Kiwanis.
The Kiwanis Club?
He certainly does.
I didn't know
He
that.
works with the Cub Scouts.
He was a detective. Everyone forgets about this one. He was a detective at a department store, and when the little children were caught stealing candy, he let them go. You know, not to bring criminal injustice upon the little children. Everyone forgets about that kind of stuff.
Wait a minute, gentlemen. Stop right here. Stop right here. There is one other subject that I want to discuss with you this week, and that is the British Bulldogs.
The what?
The former tag team
Are you talking
champions.
about the has-beens?
guys.
Yeah, the has-beens.
I never said that.
Would-be's, the has-beens.
Keyword is former. We'll be the first ones to admit, Gene, that the Bulldogs, you know, back a ways back, they were a pretty good little team. They had a lot of guts and a lot of fire.
Still a great team.
Oh, come on. The Bulldogs are yesterday. They're history. They're yesterday. They're behind us.
They're gone.
We're looking at bigger and better things now because the Bulldogs are just has-beens.
I'll tell you.
Bye, Bulldog.
Speaking of has-beens, you're a has-been referee, Davis.
That's all right.
You don't.
Hey, hasn't this man suffered enough?
Tell him, Jim.
You know, it
They
was.
took his job.
Are you screaming at me?
Exactly.
Well, they took his job. They fired him. What can a man do without income? Hasn't this man suffered enough?
I thank you very much, gentlemen. The Hart Foundation, including Danny Davis and Jimmy Mouth of the South Hart.
Horrible.
Thank you very much.
Obviously,
And-
go ahead. The floor is yours.
And now,
Go be my guest.
the only decent part of this program now that I'm going to present, something that makes me feel happy.
Good. I want you to feel happy.
Now, you ready to roll this, ham and eggers out there? Another great piece of film footage with Morocco and Fuji. It's entitled, it speaks for itself. It's called
Garbage.
Fuji Goes to Hollywood, not garbage.
Roll it.
Roll it.
This is it. The Walk of Fame, Hollywood, all the beautiful people. We hear one of these days, one of these stars are going to belong to us. But first, we've got to find an agent. I got just the agent, Marty Gildenfine.
Never heard of Marty. Who's Marty?
He handles all the big names in Hollywood.
He's going to represent you and I?
Well, not yet, but once he sees Fuji General and Fuji Bandito, and especially Fuji Chan,
lots of money,
he's
huh?
as smart as he's supposed to be.
Very
He'll
good,
pick us right.
very good. I like it.
I'm the magnificent Morocco. This is Mr. Fuji. We're internationally famous wrestlers, actors, directors, producers, cartoon stars, you name it.
Oh, well, do you have an appointment?
Well, no, but once he sees what we got to offer, he'll be more than happy to see us.
Well, turns out we have a cancellation of appointments, so I'm sure Mr. Geldenfine will be able to see you. Won't you please have a seat?
This is his lucky good, huh?
Mr. Geldenfine? Yes, we have a Mr. Morocco and a Mr. Fuji to see you.
Wow, did you get a load of this, Pat? Didn't I tell you this was Hollywood? Didn't I tell you this was what was happening? That Vince McMahon and TNT don't know what's going on.
This is so beautiful. All white. Look like snow all the time for Mr. Fuji. Confucius say, man who has patience, huh? While fishing, will catch more fish, so we'll catch the right agent. You understand?
I'm working on it.
Very good. Hey, boy, Tom, how long you wait here for agent, boss?
Oh, about 3 days.
3 days?
Gentlemen, Mr. Geldenfine will see you.
Ah, we have the connection.
Know who we are.
Sorry, boy, Tom.
How do you do?
And you gentlemen are...
Well, I'm the magnificent Morocco, of course, and this is Mr. Fuji, international wrestling stars.
Nice to meet you.
And as of late, producers, directors, and actors.
Oh, very good. What can I do for you gentlemen?
Well, lately we've been involved in TNT, and we've produced what I believe 3 epic pieces. One entitled Fuji General, another entitled Fuji Bandito, and the third latest and greatest entitled Fuji Chan. We've come to Tinseltown all the way here to Hollywood to allow you to become our agent.
Oh, that's nice, that's nice. Look, let's sit down and let's discuss
All right,
this.
we got some tape for you. Mr. Fuji.
Okay.
Hey, you will love this tape.
Okay, thanks.
Good piece of work.
Good, let's see what this is all about here. I mean,
Show them what this goes all about.
oh, this is pretty good. It's supposed to be good, huh?
Yeah, oh, this is super.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
Or you wouldn't have taken it from this woman like you did at the nurse's station. Now, prove you love me, please.
What a joke. What a joke.
What's so funny? Haven't you got
Hey,
any
look,
taste?
this is the worst piece of trash I've ever seen in my life, guys.
Trash?
Yes, trash.
We put our blood, our sweat, our tears into this effort. What do you know about talent?
Look, I know a lot about talent, and this isn't talented.
You call yourself an agent? Who are you agent for? Arnold the Pig? Benji the Dog?
Look, guys, why'd you go back to wrestling? You're never going to be a producer. You're never going to be a director.
I'm great at wrestling. I'm great at directing. I'm great at acting.
I'm sorry, but not in this company. You'll never be great. In Hollywood, you never can make it. You can't even make it in
You
Cleveland.
have no idea what talent is. You one day will regret this moment because you're going to be
Look, guys, do me a favor. Why'd you get out of my office?
Don't get out of my office.
Just get out of my office. I'm telling you right now, get out of my office.
What kind of American agent is
that? Goofball. He wouldn't know talent if it came up and bit him right where he...
I know what you're thinking. Very good.
Where his brains are.
Yeah. He don't recognize good talent like you and me?
What did he get so mad about? Who said this guy was a top agent? I can't believe it. They sent us a top agent. The guy turns out to be a flunky.
Yeah. He's so mad. Confucius said, he who goes through madness goes through temporary insanity. When it comes down to reality, he know he make big fool of himself. Understand, boss?
Huh?
You very confused too, huh?
Yeah.
Very confused, but we will get our turn.
I understand. I understand. It's all coming clear to me now. what we have to do. Somebody out here, there has to be a genius somewhere in Hollywood. We will go to all the major studios.
Oh, name it,
we
name
will
it,
take
name it,
Fuji
name it.
General, Fuji Bandito, and Fuji Chan to all the major studios through Hollywood, and somebody out here is bound to make themselves millions off of our creation.
Oh, lots of Zene. Very, very good. You thinking. I'm very happy now.
Will go up.
I'm very happy now.
Thanks. Send a thank you note to Confucius. We're here to see the head man.
What's your name?
What's my name? I'm the Magnificent Morocco. This is Mr. Fuji. We're international stars. Professional wrestlers. Now we're turning to producing and directing and starring in our own films.
Gentlemen, I've never heard of you before, and you want to see Mr. Johnson, who's in charge of the studio here, and to do that, you need an appointment, and I don't see your name on the list here. So that
What
means
do
you
you
don't
mean,
have an
boy, son?
appointment.
Have you heard of TNT?
No, sir.
You heard of Vince McMahon?
No, sir.
You ever watch Fuji General?
No, sir.
Fuji Bambino?
Sir, I don't know any.
Fuji
I
Chain?
have no idea what you're
What's
talking
the matter,
about.
you boy? So you don't have television in your house? You sleep in closet all
Look,
the time?
gentlemen, all I know is that
You're
to get an
missing the
appointment...
greatest series ever.
Gentlemen, to get an appointment with Mr. Johnson, you have to have your name on this list. Now, your name's not on the list, so no appointment. I'm sorry, you can't get by me.
We've been to MGM. We've been to Universal. We've been to Paramount. Now we're at Raleigh Studios. We can't blow this one, Fuji.
Don't worry.
How much yen you got on you?
Confucius say, money. I'm digging. Money. We're opening faster than key for door. You understand? We're getting door faster.
Whatever.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
Can I help you, gentlemen?
Yeah, we're here to see the main man.
What's your names, please?
Oh, here we go.
I can't believe it.
Where have you been? I'm Magnificent Morocco. This is Mr. Fuji, international wrestling stars, producers, directors, actors.
Well, look, Mr. Howard's the head of the studio, but he doesn't see anybody without an appointment. Do you have one?
Look, we know Christmas time sometimes gets a little bit rough. The kiddies don't get all the goodies they want. The Christmas tree's a little bare. We can make life very happy and very interesting for you and the rest of your family.
Are you trying to offer me a bribe?
No, it's not a bribe. It's not a bribe. It's a personal favor that we're doing you by letting this studio
All right.
grow
Look, you
and...
clowns. I want you off the studio right now.
What do you mean? You're just like you get his name and get his number.
Let's go.
When we take over Hollywood,
You want me to call the cops? I'll call the cops.
Don't call it. When we take over Hollywood, you're losing a job. Hold it.
What?
That goof Hulk Hogan.
Nah.
He's filming his cartoon show tomorrow at CBS.
Ooh, very good. For not having me little Japanese sneak attack on him, huh? Very good surprise. Element of surprise. It's very good, boy son.
Magnificent Morocco Prime Time players will make it.
Very.
Thank you, Vera. Thank you, Kay.
Oh, you look
Debbie.
wonderful.
Oh, well, thank you. That's terrific. What the world? What is this? Thank you, ladies.
Here we are, Mean Gene. Just in time.
What is
Just in
this?
time.
Mr. Morocco, Mr. Fuji, this is Hulk Hogan's Rocket Wrestling. What are you gentlemen doing here?
Well, we realized you're filming Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling, and knowing, of course, what great actors we are, what great skills we have, we've come to bail you out.
Gentlemen, I'm sorry. From the producers of this program, I have no assignments for you. There's no scripts with either one of you written in. So I just don't see that there's a place here for the two of you.
You can always use
Well, I can appreciate that. Great talent. Yes, Murph, what is it? Oh, sure. Great. Gentlemen, on second thought, I believe we do have something for you. All right? Come on in if you would.
Scene 335, take 3. Quiet on the set, please.
All right, this is going to be a take, guys. Hi, Ken, Mean Gene here, and it's Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling with special guests of ours this week from Sunset Beach, Hawaii, the magnificent Morocco, and of course at his side, his manager, sometimes partner from Osaka, Japan, Mr. Fuji. Gentlemen, we know about your wrestling exploits. Welcome to Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling.
It's your pleasure for us to be here, Mean Gene.
I'll tell you what, I've got a little piece of correspondence that I would like to share with you, gentlemen.
Fan letter.
Yes, it is. It is a fan letter. It is from Mikey Meliani from Simi Valley, California. We've heard from Mikey before, and quite obviously, according to this correspondence, Mr. Fuji, he has seen Don and yourself in Fuji General, Fuji Chan, Fuji Bandito, and of course, your acting prowess.
Good kid.
It says, Dear Don and Mr. Fuji, love and kisses from a wonderful fan. That's a little heavy. Hope you enjoy. A little something for you in the box. Perhaps you'd like to open up.
Terrific,
A little Mikey.
Good boy, good boy.
Terrific.
Helpful hints for bad actors.
This cartoon watching. Mikey. What does he know? He's watching Honky. You haven't seen the last of Magnificent Morocco.
Unfortunately, maybe we haven't seen the last.
Oh, no. There's more.
There's more.
There is definitely more. Shows you how these men strived, how they went to Hollywood. Went out of their way to...
Without any talent.
No, they have talent. They went up to their way to some flunky shyster talent agent that probably
You know about those kind of people.
Yes, well, I mean, they're out there. You know, I know about them. I know what's going on. Went out of their way and the guy wouldn't even use them. What they went through. They deserve more than that.
Yeah,
they deserve a lot.
Do. We'll be back. Entire wrestling world still buzzing over the results of WrestleMania. In fact, the big match, the one that made history, title-changing hands, the Intercontinental Champion down to defeat the Macho Man Randy Savage at the hands of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
No. Wrong. At the hands of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with the help from Georgie Animal Steel, who is not a licensed manager, has no reason to be at ringside. He should have never been in the man's
like
corner.
Elizabeth was.
Elizabeth
We're going to go right now to Craig DeGeorge and Elizabeth.
Listen to this.
All right, with me right now, of course, the lovely Elizabeth. But Elizabeth, I want to ask you about Macho Man Randy Savage. Just what is it like now dealing with him after losing the title belt?
Well, I have to tell you that I've never seen him like this before. He's gotten to the point where he's cruel. He's just possessed. He wants to regain this title so much. I don't know what to do. I've never seen him like this before.
Obviously, Elizabeth very upset. The Macho Man extremely upset as well. But two individuals that are not upset, that are really thrilled about the whole thing, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and his wife Bonnie, with some
the Dragonette.
Very interesting and special news for the entire world.
Like he dragged her in from the outside.
Please, very lovely. Let's go to the footage right now.
You know something, ladies and gentlemen, it seems as though on November the 22nd, suffering the injury at the hands of Randy Savage, that my life, my wrestling career was coming to an end. But on WrestleMania 3, March the 29th, victory could not be any sweeter, winning this championship from Randy Savage. And Bonnie, why don't you tell them the other good news?
Ricky and I are going to have a little dragon, so we have a dragon in the oven.
That's right. This is going to be the year of the dragon. Everything is coming together now. My life, my wrestling career, a family on the way. And Randy Savage, if you think for one moment, one split second that you're going to be taking all this away from me, you are sadly mistaken. You are wrong. If you think that you can tear the heart and soul out of this body, it will never happen.
Wow. Well, one good thing about the little dragon, we still have dark roots, like his mom and dad.
Please, why do you always have to take advantage of somebody and make a
Because a man doesn't
situation that
belong to
doesn't
be the
exist?
Intercontinental Champion.
He beat the guy right in the middle of the
he
ring. 1,
didn't.
2, 3.
With the help of George Animal Steel.
Regardless.
Savage isn't done with him yet, you know.
When it's not over till it's over. And there's a return clause in the contract, and I'm sure that the Macho Man will
His
get a
best bet's
chance
to forfeit the belt and hang around
to
the
get his
delivery
title
room.
back. Right now, let's go.
Put a little
In
mask
fact,
on, put
to
rubber
Savage.
gloves on. You can stand in
Okay,
the corner.
Randy Macho Man Savage is making his way toward the dressing room. We're going to try to get a word on what happened to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat at
I'm not
WrestleMania.
saying nothing to nobody. My comment, there's no comment.
All right, well, some have said that he will never regain the championship title that
What
he
are you
once
talking
had.
about never regain?
Some people...
You're out of line, man. You got a lot of guts. I'll tell you something right now. You want to comment? I'll give you a comment. The dragon will fall, oh yeah, real soon. Because I'll tell you something. I'm going to get that Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship belt back. No no doubt about it. And don't you ever say nothing else against that. The press or anybody, either my friend or my lunch, you get out of the way. Itsy bitsy dragon fans, get out of my way. I'm gonna take the belt, and that's nothing nobody can do about it.
Macho Man looking extremely naked without his championship
He doesn't
belt.
look naked. He looks intense. That man is ready.
Should be intense. He's going to lose a lot of money by not having the
Oh,
championship.
yes. But money's not important to him.
It's important to you, though.
Yes, I enjoy money.
And you're going to have to spend some of it, too, if you want to survive what's going to happen here in the next several months.
Well, you
in
just
the World
worry
Wrestling
about
Federation.
You worry about little Ricky.
You worry about Ken
Desi
Patera.
and Lucy's kid?
Please, give me a break.
Different little Ricky.
We're going to be right back with our special
She looks like
feature,
Ethel
our
Mertz.
six-man elimination tag coming up.
Bad.
Well, we're back, folks, and before we get to our feature match, I have a special delivery here, and I happen to have this in my pocket.
What's that for?
Well, it's not for what you think it's for. I told you there was a surprise coming for you, and I know you're upset, so we're going to have it
I don't like a
now.
surprise. The guy
Instead
pulls
of-
a 15-inch
Kathy,
knife on
would you
me.
bring that in, please? Special anniversary. I wanted to make a little toast to you and give you a little recognition. This is a special cake in honor of your anniversary here on Prime Time Wrestling, with your favorite little friend, your mascot there. You recognize
Why do you
him?
insult me all the time?
What? Insult you? Look at this cake.
Yeah, but you put a weasel on there, or some kind of a field rat.
Oh, that's
or
what
some
everybody.
sewer lizard or something.
You know, I think it's only fitting that you blow the candle out at least.
If you put that knife down, I will.
Well, this is for cutting the cake later. Maybe the crew
Let me
would like
make a
to-
wish.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe he'll be gone then.
Go ahead, make your little wish. Well, congratulations. Can't get into it right now because we're going to go right now to our special six-man tag team elimination match. Let's go to ringside.
The next match out here will be the six-man elimination tournament. The match will be 3 out of 5 falls with a 1-hour time limit. When a man is eliminated in any form, he must leave the ring and go back to the dressing room. Team number 1 coming out first, Strongman Hercules. Being led by his manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Next, from Tampa, Florida, weighing 275 pounds, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. And from New York City, weighing 294 pounds, the adorable Adrian Adonis. Team number 2 from Portland, Oregon, weighing 246 pounds, Billy Jack Haynes. From
crashing into Hercules. Referee trying to maintain some semblance of order. And Roddy just tipped his hat. Once you're eliminated in any way, shape, or form here in this particular kind of tag, you must go back to the locker room. That could mean it could be 3 against 1, 3 against 2, 2 against 1. What do you want, Orndorff? Take a hike. Can't hardly turn your back out here. The Hulks are giving the tribute to Roddy Piper as this is his final appearance as a wrestler here in the Boston Gardens. And what an ovation. Of course, on March 29th in the Silverdome, Pontiac, Michigan, will be his final appearance anywhere as he takes on that man right there, the adorable Adrian Adonis. And when that one is finally over and the smoke clears, one of those individuals will leave the Silverdome completely shaven, all their hair on their head gone. Listen to the chant for Roddy. He wants Adrian in the worst way. Of course, the mouth of the South a little bit reluctant about sending his man in there. Tell him not to lose his cool. Adrian Adonis close to that 340, 50-pound mark right now. Largest I've ever seen him in his entire career. Of course, you can remember back, he and Jesse the Body Ventura, former World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. The East-West connection. Intent look. Kisser of Roddy as Hercules decides that he will start this one off. And what an important meeting he has as well in WrestleMania March 29th. As he will face Billy Jack Haynes, the battle of the full Nelsons. But right now, he's in there with a chain. Plants a knee downstairs, now going to work. Hercules, extremely powerful individual. Uh-oh, reversal by the champ. Follows him right in with a clothesline of beauty. Hernandez in trouble. A tag made to Billy Jack. And he begins to go to work. Hercules feeling the wrath right now. Six-man tag matches are tough enough, but when they're elimination tag matches, wow. Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff in there now. With Billy Jack, look out, shoulder block. Sends Orndorff down, Orndorff up quickly though, but didn't work. Oh, high cross body, couldn't get him here, no. 2 count only. Orndorff complaining about a pull of the tights. This crowd is on its feet. They've been on its feet since this match began, since the introductions began. Orndorff, of course, we all know what he can do inside that squared circle. What a tremendous career he's had. I don't know whether he'll be able to match the power of Billy Jack Haynes, though. Nice arm drag by Orndorff. Oh, he got caught in the head scissors right out of it. As he kicks out immediately, comes out the back door. Talk about a wealth of talent. You're looking at 6 of the greatest professional athletes in the world today, all inside the Beantown Arena here in Boston. Wow. Tag made to the adorable one. Doesn't look all that adorable. Solar block ran over him like a freight train. Adrian still moving. Oh, big backdrop. Adonis backs into the wrong corner. Catches a haymaker from the champion. Oh, big slam. And there's the tag to Roddy. Adrian wants out. Boy, did he get out of there in a hurry. He wanted no part of Piper whatsoever. And a tag made to Mr. Wonderful once again. You can hear the chant, Roddy, by this capacity crowd. Whether you love him or whether you hate him, you've got to respect the likes of Roddy Piper and what he's done here in the world of professional wrestling. Wow, talk about action. We got action personified in this 6-man tag team eliminate. Get out of there.
What? No dishes or nothing?
Later on, we'll have the knife here. We're going to cut the cake.
We don't have to strike
Right now,
me.
we're well into this 6-man tag team elimination. We'll be back in just a moment with more of it.
Don't taste right.
Well, I can't wait to, number 1, get into this cake, and number 2, get back to the 6-man elimination. Before I forget, don't be on a telephone calling anybody, because I'm expecting a very important call. So if you don't mind, for the next few minutes.
Well, how about some dishes or something?
We're going to have all of that. Just
Will there be any
patient.
left
Let's
after
go back
you hit
to the
the
match.
trough here?
Yes. Test the strength, perhaps. The noise is just deafening here in Boston Garden as he and Orndorff have squared off. Of course, one thing that the Hawks team has to contend with, they know they've got the mouth of the South and Bobby the Brain Heenan as well. Outside and ringside. Piper fighting this thing. Oh, look at that nice arm ringer. And there's a tag made to the champ. Piper on the second turnbuckle on the inside. Bombs away. He nailed Orndorff. And the champ winding him up. Mr. Wonderful tried to make the tag and couldn't get there. Champ on a clothesline, and he did. Going to work on that left arm of Mr. Wonderful, tag made to Hercules. As they continue. Sorry, I meant Billy Jack. It's kind of confusing with all these guys running around out there. But power personified in both Hercules and Billy Jack. When they decide to go to work on you, you'll certainly pay for it sooner or later. Right now, Orndorff in a position where he can make a tag. And he does. Hercules from the outside. I don't believe that Billy Jack even knew the tag was made. And now Adrian steps in. He's not a legal man in there. Referee trying to keep the champion back. Trying to keep Piper back. In the meantime, Billy Jack paying for it. Should have at least 2 referees for this particular kind of matchup. Hercules putting the boots to him now. All these men, in fact, involved in single competition as part of WrestleMania 3. 2 you're looking at it right now that are legal inside the ring will have their chance in the Superdome. Oh, block! And he rams him in. And the Gardens erupts. As Billy Jack does. Reversal and another reversal. Wow. Oh, what a shot by Hernandez. The Brain is ecstatic as well as the Colonel. Billy Jack needs desperately to get to his corner and make a tag here. before this threesome puts the lights out for you. Tag made to Adonis. Look out, flying elbow, yes. Right along the esophagus area. Going to work on the knee now. Adrian, despite the awesome weight that he's carrying around, still moves around quite gingerly inside that square circle. Hulkster sticking his hand out, wanting the tag to be made. Oh, cheap shot. Here comes the champ. He can't take it anymore. The referee puts him out. Temperature flaring here in the Boston Garden. As Billy Jack's in trouble. Scoop up by Adrian. Oh, power slam. Seen him put a lot of guys away with that move. Close, but not close enough to make the tag. There's a tag. Adrian doesn't realize it. Oh, look at that. And it's Piper unloading with Adonis. Trading blows lefts and rights. And Roddy's got the best of it. Irish whip in. Adrian up and over the top and out. And now it's all broken loose. And Roddy gone to the floor with Adrian. Slugging it out. All 6 men outside. And it's Adrian with a chair. The bell has rung. Look out. A block. Oh, pandemonium broken loose here in the Boston Garden. As Roddy enters the ring with a chair. Gonna get some kind of a decision here.
Adrian Adonis and Roddy Piper have both been counted out of the ring and are therefore both eliminated.
Well, that's 2 gone, 1 from each team. Roddy says, I'm not leaving. I'm gonna sit right here. Finally, unlikely that the mouth of the South will let Adonis get back inside the ring.
Piper and Adonis must both leave the ring. Piper and Adonis must both leave the ring.
Well, they're both history. They both have to leave. And the champ raising the hand of Roddy and a standing ovation. And a final tribute to Roddy Piper here in the Boston Garden. Well, we're down to 2 against 2. Well, Roddy gone, and the adorable one, Adrian Adonis, gone, and we're down
Let's dig in.
No, just a moment. We're going to dig into the cake. Just be patient. You always want to destroy everything right off the bat.
No, I don't. It's my cake.
That is your cake.
Doesn't even look like my cake,
These folks
but it
out
says
here, they
brain
can't
here.
have any of it yet. We're going to cut it up. We'll be back
Cheese
with more of this
buzzards?
match in just a moment. Care
Usually
who
have punch or something.
Well, we'll have something to drink, and don't be tying up the phone because Jack Tunney, the president of World Wrestling Federation, promised to call here.
Well, good, you can talk to him. I don't want to talk to him.
Well, I will. Let's get back to more exciting action as we're
You
down
wanna
to
put
2
something
on
in the
each
punch,
team.
you can,
Let's
you know,
go back
it's
to
all right.
ringside. Roddy leaving very reluctantly. He's so bent out of shape he didn't even realize the count was going on outside on the floor there. In fact, all 6 men were outside the ring. And now it's Orndorff with the chair. Oh, look at that. Hercules with a sucker job on the champion. And the Hulkster is down. And the bell is gone. And we're continuing here in this elimination tag. Orndorff around to the outside as he's going to get some cheap shots in. Billy Jack. this now, going to work on the Hulkster. Champ absorbing a whole lot of punishment here. There's a tag made to Orndorff. Look at this, 2 against 1, come on. Hulkster got a big meeting waiting for him. March 29th, Silverdome, Pontiac, Michigan. WrestleMania 3, the most difficult title defense of his life against Andre the Giant. Orndorff busy with 2 elbows, and the champion is up. And the champ unloading with roundhouse rights. What a tremendous match. Rammed into the foot of Billy Jack. Referee's lost control of this one. I think he lost control from the start. Winding him up here. Oh, put his head down. Orndorff met him with a nice knee lift. Champ can make the tag if he only knows where he is. He's close enough to the corner. Orndorff certainly wasted a little bit of time there. As he's kicking the champion over towards Hercules. Look at this now, setting him up. Double team, no. He dropped down and Orndorff nails him. Look at the small package from behind yet. And Orndorff is gone.
Paul Orndorff is eliminated and must leave the ring.
Well, it's 2 against 1 now. Come on, ref, get him out of there. He's history. All that remains now is Hercules. Oh, look at that, the referee down. Well, there's nothing more he can do to him. He's already out.
Paul Orndorff must leave the ring.
Orndorff wants to get a few final cheap shots in on the champion. Oh, look at that. In the meantime, Hercules just rolled up Billy Jack in a small package, and Haynes is out of there. Well,
Billy Jack Haynes is eliminated and must leave the ring.
Well, what started out as 3 each is down to 1-on-1 now, as world champion Hulk Hogan left in there with Hernandez. And Hercules with the upper hand right at this particular point in time. Don't forget, we still got Bobby the Brain Heenan and the Mouth of the South, the Colonel Jimmy Hart at ringside. And the champ, I'm sure, realizes that. Look at this, going first patented backbreaker. He's got him up there. Hulk Hogan suspended in midair. But he didn't give up, I don't believe. Hercules turned him loose. He thinks he's won. No, the referee's saying no. He did not give up. And the Hulkster kicking out. Listen to this place erupt. That adrenaline rushing through the veins of the Hulkster. A block, a roundhouse right, and another one. Hernandez rammed into the corner. And now to the other corner. Looks like a pinball game. Champ winding him up. Running clothesline, really nailed him. He dropped the leg right on the throat. It's all over. And the Brain is caught inside. Bobby the Brain Heenan at the mercy of the champion. And the Brain right over the top turnbuckle and lucky to get out of there alive.
The winners of the match, Billy Jack Haynes, Roddy Piper, and Hulk Hogan.
Hulkster proving once again to everyone why he is, in fact, the world's heavyweight champion. This capacity crowd is on its feet, ready to salute right here tonight in the Boston Garden. Take a look at the greatest professional athlete in the world today, the world's heavyweight champion, Hulk Hogan. And he's got 20,000 on their feet here, cheering and chanting. It's a happening. Talk about charisma. Nobody's got it like the Hulkster. They don't want to let him go. They're cheering on. Hulkster continues to give the main public exactly what they want, and there's the thanks to the man upstairs. Hogan, an unbelievable individual. Let's go back and take a look at how this six-man elimination wound up with a champion and Hercules left in there. Look at this clothesline. Oh, almost did a 360, then dropped a big leg on him. Whammo. Reaches over, hooks, and now look at this. The Brain trying to come in and make a save, and instead, he got caught. No place to run, no place to hide. Champ could have did almost anything he wanted to at this particular point in time. I think the Brain got out easy here. Upside down and over the top rope and out. Lucky that he survived this encounter at all. That's what happens when you stick your nose in where it doesn't belong.
You'll remember when Hogan was up on his shoulders, he was waving like this. He had had enough. More incompetence, the referee.
That doesn't mean that you've had it. That doesn't signify submission.
When I do that, I've had enough.
Well, you're so used to doing it. Everybody knows when you've had enough. Doesn't take much to get you bent out. You're lucky, though. You came out of there unscathed, more or less. A couple bumps and bruises, but...
Yeah, but
I know you want to get into the cake, so we're going to let you start cutting very shortly here. I will give you the knife. After all, it is your anniversary.
That's correct.
Well, highly unlikely that you will make the second year.
Why do you say that?
Well, because of things that have gone down here in the first year. You're threading on very thin ice.
I doubt that.
Yes. Well, that wraps it up for another week here on Prime Time. I can't believe that Jack Tunney didn't call me. Well, maybe he did and he couldn't get through. The lines were busy or something.
Well, knowing Jack Tunney is probably collect.
Well, maybe that's him now, Bobby.
Hello. It's for you.
Oh, yes.
Well, I'm going to start cutting. You're on your own, pal.
No, Freddie. Yeah.
I guess.
Yes? What?
This can't be
You're
too
kidding.
long or girl wouldn't be sharing it with you guys. So there's probably nothing wrong with
appreciate
this.
you calling. No, we're just starting to cut it now. Thanks very much for calling.
Can I get some dishes
Freddie.
out here or something?
We won't need the dishes.
Won't need the dishes.
No, you can cut it, but
you're gonna eat it all, huh?
No, we're not going to be able to eat it at all. That was Freddie from the bakery. He called to make sure that hoping we hadn't gotten into the cake yet, because I have a new employee, and instead of putting flour in the mix, the guy got a hold of the baking soda, and it's really not edible. The cake is. Sorry.
Oh no, I don't believe that. You just setting me up on that.
I'm
this
telling
cake
you, Bobby.
There's nothing wrong with this cake.
Listen, if you don't believe me, just smell it. Smell the cake. Go ahead, smell it. You smell that funny? Oh,
Smells
there's my
fine to
call
me.
right there. Hello, Jack.
Hell?
Yeah. No.
Wait a minute.
Yes, Jack. No, I can't talk to you right now. No, I'm sorry. We had all next week. We had an accident here.
Somebody got a napkin or something?
No,
You pushed my face down in the cake for him, Monsoon.